Yo, this is Nick D.
I'm Brie K, and this is Kasari.
You already know what it is, man. It's William Cater.
Yo, this is DJ Lost and Found from the Missing Link podcast.
Hey, what up? It's Miss Hero from Pew Army.
This is Stephen the Levite.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy YP, aka Young Paul. You know what I mean? Representing the East Coast, New York, Jersey, stand up.
And you're tuned into the That's Not
Christian Podcast. Woo!
Let's go. Welcome to another episode of That's Not Christian Podcast. This is episode 156. We got
Word.
Jay in the building. We got two special guests. We got a special co-host today. DJ LNF in the building. Let's go.
What's up?
I love
What's
that
up?
air horn.
How we doing?
I love that air horn, man.
Word.
You know what I mean? We got a budget for an air horn now. And our special guest, QFLO, is in the building. Let's go.
Yes,
What's
sir.
the word? What's the word, man?
Welcome,
I'm honored
fellas.
to be here.
Welcome, fellas.
Appreciate
Welcome.
it.
How was y'all
Thank you,
weekend,
man.
man?
Happy Father's Day.
Oh, happy Father's Day
Right.
to the fathers out there.
Oh yeah,
you
we're
know.
we're okay.
Happy
I guess
Happy
I'll go.
Juneteenth.
Happy Juneteenth
Oh yeah,
for
Juneteenth.
sure. Yeah.
Happy
Yeah, thank you.
Juneteenth. Did y'all celebrate?
Uh,
How does one
So-
celebrate Juneteenth?
Yeah. I don't know how you would celebrate that. I actually was at work yesterday, the day of Juneteenth.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you know,
yeah. I think you
But-
recognize, right?
You
can
recognize?
So we went to
Yeah.
church. It was spoken about at church, which is
Mhm.
actually kind of amazing because I think for us, our church is probably like 95% white.
Right.
So the fact that it was even spoken about, I thought was huge. But we had neighbors that was playing music, but we chose not to. But to each his own. So
Right. Yeah, I really didn't see I really didn't see a lot in the media, like as far as like, anybody talking about it. It's kind of been the whole rainbow thing all month, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Which is, it's kind of, I feel like it's kind of sad. It should be something that definitely be discussed or talked about, you know what I mean?
yeah, so my thoughts kind of vary, right? So
Yeah.
in one sense, it's good to talk about it, right? To bring it
Sure.
up, but at the same time, to profit off of it. Because that's right around the corner,
Right,
always
right.
right around the corner. You know what I mean? So
Promo code Juneteenth.
right. So we don't want none of that.
Right,
we don't
right,
want
right,
none of
right.
that. So celebrate how you gonna celebrate. You know what I mean? Like
right.
and it's maybe it's gonna be attached to Father's Day from now on, where
Mm-hmm.
folks don't celebrate as much as other holidays and stuff. Who
Right.
knows?
But it's like a national holiday now, so it's on Monday
true.
regardless, right?
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
So it's officially gonna be like, I guess the closest Monday to the 19th,
Right.
if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
Y'all had off.
I was off,
Or you-
yeah. My
Okay.
wife was off, yeah. So we just posted.
Okay.
Nice. So for me, I thought about seeing if we close up
Yeah.
our department, but we actually had some bankers email us on Friday and Saturday, emailing me to see if we were going to be open or not because they have some trips that they got to go to and like
Right.
pitches to do.
Mm.
So I was like, all right, it's gonna be a normal day for us today.
Right.
So
So you had to
yeah.
go into the office. You had to do the whole commute and everything.
yeah, I had to do
Gotcha.
everything, which was cool, because there wasn't that many people. I mean,
Right.
I shouldn't have said there wasn't that many people, but it was much less than normal.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
Right.
because banks, stocks, all that stuff is closed today, so
Right.
there wasn't gonna be there.
So it's
the only thing I
official
saw in the
federal holiday.
yeah. The
Okay.
only thing I did see was about it, like on media, was Josh and AI just posted like in their neighborhood.
Yeah.
They had like something, I guess, there. So that was it.
Oh,
But nothing
really?
in the news? Yeah. Nothing in the
pretty dope.
news. Nothing other than that. Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Dope. Yeah, I know a couple people who like celebrate it, you know what I mean? But most of them are like from the South, you know what I mean? Like I've never heard of anybody from up north like celebrating it like that. And I mean, I guess it's understandable, you know. But like even people from California, like it's not very common, you know what I mean? Like I really don't hear too much. I think, is it more of a Texas thing or is it just like,
Yo, I think that people was celebrating far more in when I was in New York City.
yeah.
In Harlem, huge.
Oh, really?
It's huge.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
So Harlem, I mean, some parts of the BX, but yeah, down here, I don't know. It's just it's a different culture down here anyway. I'm still trying to get a grasp of
Oh
anyway,
yeah.
right? So, they celebrate anything American. That's the biggest thing, right?
Right. 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 Right.
Hmm.
Like a Juneteenth, I think is still kind of new to most people, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm thinking is going on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Nice. Okay. Okay. So how was y'all Father's Day?
Yo, it was good. It was good for
Yeah,
me.
it was.
Oh,
It
what
was
you got? You got a
cool.
new Benz from the wife? What? Mercedes?
Wow.
Tesla?
Okay. I don't know,
It's on the
bro.
list. It's on the list.
Nah, well, for my Father's Day, I'm not a dad, so
Mm-hmm.
obviously I didn't get anything. And I had to work that Sunday, but when I was out, I had a performance in Atlantic City over the weekend, and I got to
Okay.
see my dad. He pulled up. The
Nice.
man flew in from Seattle to
Let's go.
Newark,
Wow.
took the drive straight to AC, and pulled up to the event.
Come on. That's a
So,
real one right there.
yeah,
That's
man.
that's
So,
dad of the year. That's dad of the year right there, man.
for
Who
real, man. So,
could say
you
they
know,
flew in to see the son perform? Come
we
on,
got
man.
he travels for work. So
Okay.
I didn't know. I thought he'd been home because I knew he was out, but I thought he'd been home. And he's like, nah, son, I'm just now landing. I'm like, wow, travel safe. I'll see you when you get here.
Right.
And he made it on time. So, it was a blessing, man. It was a blessing. His birthday's coming up, so we gonna try and do something for him
Oh yeah,
Wow.
yeah. He definitely needs something special for
Yeah,
that
that's
one.
dope.
for
That's
sure.
dope.
Yeah, I didn't do that for my kids or my dad.
But I think that's along the lines of what I was shooting for
Mhm.
on Father's Day, because I wanted to just chill, get some good food, get some Jamaican food,
Mm.
which is hard to find out here.
I was
Which
about to
actually ended
ask.
up being trash, to be honest.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah, it's sad, man. Like, how you mess up the kingfish? Like, they was using tilapia. Like, what are we doing? Like, come on. There's certain levels to this foundation. So, but what I did, I switched up and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna just chill. I want to show my kids sacrificial love. So for me, I did. I started building like some stuff for them. Built. My oldest is 6. He has like a gamer desk or whatever. So
Right.
built that in his chair.
Okay.
And then
Working on Father's Day. Let's go.
yeah, and then the dresser. So it was just an opportunity for me to show them
Yeah.
sacrificial love. Like, yeah, I want to rest. I want to chill. I want to sleep and stuff like that. But I want to make sure that y'all get these examples.
Yeah.
This is a great time to do that. Like, where it really makes something make sense.
Yeah.
And be a big thing for them. You know what I mean? So
No days off for dads. That's what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
That's what I'm talking. Yo, shout out to Ricky. Thank you for becoming a member. We appreciate you. Welcome.
Thank you.
That's my baby, man.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's my
Well,
wait, huh?
welcome.
That's my oh
dope.
man.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's cool. What'd you do? What'd you do, Jay?
Yeah, we just had a barbecue with family and we
Mhm.
played some games and yeah, just chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, not too bad.
Nice.
Ain't crazy.
Would y'all make
Just meat,
chuletas?
chicken. Yeah, basically.
What's that? What's that?
Yeah.
Chuletas
Pork
is pork
chops.
chops.
Pork chop? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you
Pork
celebrate
chops.
Juneteenth? Okay. All right.
A little bit of both, right?
Word, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's it. It was cool. Bunch
Nice.
of fathers and just chilling.
Yeah. What was the weather like in New York?
Yo, it was cold.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's super windy. It was like Saturday was like 62.
Yeah.
And mind you, the day before was like 90 almost.
Mm-hmm.
And humid. And then yeah, Saturday came and it was 62.
That's
and then
crazy.
yesterday
This
was
weather
like,
up north is weird, man.
yeah, it was like
It is
maybe
weird.
maybe it had hit 70, but then it started getting colder at night. And yeah, even this morning on my way to work, I was like, oh man, it's still chilly out.
Right.
What
Right.
happened to the 90-degree weather?
Yo, did y'all see what happened? I don't mean to change subjects, but did y'all see what happened in Yellowstone?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now what happened?
Yo, like they got like this like rainstorm and there was like flash flooding. I'm talking like bridges collapsed. You know what I mean? And people
Wow.
were like trapped like in I don't know if it's like on the other side where they couldn't get back to where they
Right.
came from.
Jeez.
But I seen houses like just get taken into like the rivers and stuff like that. Like a whole house. I'm talking
That
like
joint look
huge
like El
house.
Nino.
Bro, it's crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
The
I found
roads, everything.
everything, man. Crazy. So they closed for a while.
Yeah. Did you see that video of there was like 2 SUVs on the road and like the rocks were coming down?
Yeah, right in
Huge
front.
boulders.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh.
Mm-mm.
You imagine you trying to dip, right? You trying to leave, you're on the road, and then you just see like the whole
Bro.
mountain just
You see
crumble
a
in front of you.
Word.
Indiana Jones, like
Yeah.
nah, man, nah, that's tripping.
Yeah. That's why I don't go camping.
Is that why?
Yeah, yo, I'm scared of all of that stuff, yo.
I actually
You
love
said
camping. I haven't
2012.
done it in a while.
Yeah,
word.
I'm camping too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. Yeah, so when you're talking about the weather, I'm like, yo, the weather's been crazy everywhere.
Mhm.
Shout out to Kevin Clay. He says 2012 movie was right. That's facts.
Yo,
Word.
Nah, man.
which one was 2012? What
This
movie
one
was
with
that?
the Jake Gyllenhaal,
Natural
I think is in it.
disasters.
Nah, it
Yeah.
wasn't Jake Gyllenhaal. I forgot the dude name. It's the one
Oh.
where he was like weaving through the earthquake with a limousine, like Vin
Okay.
Diesel or something. Like,
All right.
they had to
Oh,
get
I
to
do
the-
remember that. I do
Yeah.
remember
Flooded, the
that.
whole-
Yeah,
the whole
yeah,
earth.
yeah.
and the
world
whole
flooded?
planet flooded, and they
Right,
had to go
okay.
to Africa to restart and all that.
Oh,
word?
I thought it was the one with
Yeah.
that they were here in the city, and then the water just kept rising and rising, and all that. What's that one
think-
called?
Ain't that it?
I think
that
that's
was
it.
that was it. Oh, I don't know why I
Yeah.
was thinking Jake Gyllenhaal though.
Because it froze over, right?
Yeah,
Nah,
her
it didn't
frozen
fr-
over, and then you
nah,
see
it
the
didn't
Statue
freeze
of
over.
Liberty.
Oh yeah, it did freeze over. You're right.
Okay,
right.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
Wow, man.
Oh,
movie
John
was
Cusack.
terrible.
John Cusack. I don't think I remember it then. 'Cause I
Yeah.
do remember the one with the Rock.
That was
Oh,
San
the day.
Andreas.
Oh, Day After
San Andreas, yeah.
Tomorrow. Yes, that's the
Okay,
one.
yeah.
Shout out to Canvas
Okay.
and
That's
Klay
the
for that.
one. Yeah,
Alright.
facts.
Yeah, man. Weather's bananas.
What's the weather over there, though?
It's beautiful over here,
Right.
man. It's,
Yeah.
it's,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
day
Cali
level over
always beautiful.
I know
tell you.
that weather, man.
I'll tell you right now.
I went over
Looks
there,
like-
didn't want to go home.
We might have made the wrong stop. Like, Texas too hot, bro.
It's-
You-
Were you guys at like over 100?
But they got
Yeah.
humidity too, though.
Yeah, we got the humidity. Yeah, it's 104.
So it's even
Worse
hotter.
than New York?
You
Worse than New
thinking
York?
you're sweating?
I mean, ain't
It gotta
nothing
be.
worse than being, waiting for like the 2 train underground. Like, ain't nothing worse than that. But
Yeah.
it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. You walk out, you sweating. I opened the door and I started beating already. So, yeah, bro.
Oh, jeez.
Yo, it's 97 over here right now.
Wow.
Okay.
I ain't been outside. I've been inside. AC's on 74 right now. I'm
You
chilling.
know, that perfect.
Ain't no need to go outside. For what? I got Uber Eats and Amazon Prime. I'm good.
Word.
It's crazy out here, man. So what else is going on, man? So
What you do for Father's Day?
oh yeah, me, huh? Man, my compadre, my homie came through and we barbecued, man. So the kids were here. They was outside playing volleyball, watching movies and stuff like that. It was just chill, you know what I mean? Really didn't do much, you know what I mean? Got some chicken, some burgers, some steak. We did it up, and we was just chilling, man.
Word.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, it was beautiful, man.
Yeah, you know what I did for the first time ever on Saturday, and I know that's not Christian, but please don't judge me. I
Okay.
played blackjack.
Oh, did you?
Oh, blackjack.
You were gambling. Look at this man
Yeah,
gambling
it
over
was,
here.
it was a fundraiser. It was a fundraiser.
Okay.
Where's Kyle Manning?
Oh, I did see you.
He didn't listen.
That's so. Did you win or lose?
I was up for like a few games and then
Yeah.
basically lost everything.
So it was like
Yeah, it wasn't a lot. It was like maybe like $15.
So it
that I
was like the
started
S&P 500 then.
Huh?
It was like the S&P 500. You lost all your money.
Nah, chill. Not like that. Not like that. Yeah,
It
only
was like
$15.
it was like Bitcoin. Wait, so you only played $15?
Yeah, it was. Max is only $3 a hand
Okay.
or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Where was the
Well-
donations going?
It's going to a school.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, I appreciate the restraint and the discipline to only spend $15, man. But also,
Yeah.
why are you such a cheapskate?
No, I mean, number one, I don't gamble like that. And I was like,
Right.
let me just do it just to say that I did it.
Right.
And either way, look what happened. I lost.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
the house always wins, right?
So why you think it?
5,000.
Why you think you lost? You think you got a little greedy at the end, or you
Probably,
you
I
don't play
think I-
often?
You know how to
Well,
walk
number
away.
one, I
man.
don't play at all, and then
Okay.
two, I definitely got greedy.
My wife was playing cards yesterday. I was barbecuing. You know, I said my friends were over here, so they was playing spades. Well, she was learning how to play spades.
Mm.
Yeah, but there was no money involved.
I'm sorry. You went. They were teaching her how to play spades.
Yeah.
That's just so unheard of. You just
Yeah,
either you know how to
just
play
don't
or
do
you
it.
don't. You don't get
Right.
taught how to play spades.
She was being taught. Yeah. So you
Okay.
born with it. You born with it. That's what she said.
Usually, yeah, black
Sit at the
folks come
table.
out the womb playing spades. Like,
right.
you just know how to play spades.
Right.
I don't know how to play spades. That's why I'm like baffled.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
I don't know either.
he said,
Never said
how
at the
you say
table.
black folk know how to play spades and then y'all don't know how to play spades?
Hey,
Listen, they
man.
took my card. I guess I don't know.
But my wife she's Puerto Rican, so they didn't. She wanted to play domino. She wanted to play dominoes. She's like, let's play dominoes.
Right.
And her best friend, she's black. She's like, nah, let's play spades. Yeah, she didn't want to play dominoes.
And they taught her how to play spades. God bless.
I
them.
think they were trying to line her up. I really think she was trying to line her up because she didn't want to play dominoes. She's like, no, let me teach you how to play.
Dominoes is the game, though. I love
Right?
dominoes.
Yeah.
Get that copy cool. Yeah.
Right, you know what I mean? That's funny.
Oh,
So yeah, man, that was my Father's Day, man. Just really just chill, man. Really wasn't planning to do anything, and it turned into a whole barbecue. Actually, my oldest daughter came for breakfast too, which was really cool because I don't see her too often. That's it,
Nice,
man.
nice.
But what else is in the news, man?
Jeez, what else isn't in?
I mean, you on talking about Cali, right? So
Oh yeah, all right. We
Warriors,
talking
you know
about
what I mean?
yeah. So you
Winning
I heard you made a prediction.
word. What was that? What was that?
You said like Celtics in 6 or something, or 7 or something like that. I don't
Stand
know.
on that. I said Celtics in 6. I stand on that. Yeah. Yo, take the camera off.
ISO,
me, brother.
ISO that real quick.
I just want to hear what you got to say, man.
Yeah. I said Celtics in 6.
Yeah.
Listen, man. I think the refs won in 6. I think that's what happened. You know what I mean?
the
The
refs.
refs.
Okay,
The
okay.
refs, man.
Oh,
They
okay.
went in game 5, demoralized the other team, and was like, all right, we giving this to the Warriors.
Okay.
But you got to make the shots. I'll give them that. You got to make the
Okay.
shots.
So you got beef with Steph Curry, huh?
I got beef with most of the team, bro.
The whole team. Okay.
Most of the
Hold
team.
on, all the smoke.
All of it. So here's my issue, man. I think for one, I think the Warriors were, and if you go back to we going back to 2015.
Mm-hmm.
The Warriors were coming up. They had Mark Jackson as their coach, right? He coached them up from zero, from nothing.
Right.
Before them, the two dudes, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, were known as the Splash Brothers. I think he's the one who actually named him that. He said that Steph was the best shooter ever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like he called that. He coached that team up to be in championship status. Then they got rid of him, right? Steve Kerr comes in. I think he wins the chip the next year. So I kind of got beef with them from that.
Okay.
And then they brought in Kevin Durant just because of like a loophole in the trade cap. So they had more money basically than teams ever have, and they could bring in the 5th star. So yeah, man, all of that it just goes down a rabbit hole. I'll give them this. They're smart with what they can do. Their back office is real smart. They made the right moves, and they keep capitalizing off of making the right decisions. So I give them that. But do I like them? Nah. Steph? No, I don't like him.
I respect that. Okay, so you be hating on Christians. I see. Okay.
When need to,
I see
when
you,
I need
brother.
to, yeah.
I love
You know
that
what I mean?
energy, man. He said, "When I need to, yeah, why not?"
Why not, yo? Got it.
Did any of y'all fellas catch any of the games? I didn't. I was kind of like, my son would tell me, "Yo, it's, there's like Celtics are up by 8 or something. You know what I mean, or whatever, vice versa, right? I'm like, all right,
I
put
watched
on
the
the game.
highlights on Twitter.
That's it.
And
That's all you
it.
need.
That's all I needed.
You're like, all right, I'm done.
Same here. Even though Ant on our chat, he was like, "Hey, the game is on," and I meant to watch it, but then I probably started doing something else, and I went to
Yeah.
sleep. So it was like
You
all
had
right,
like so
forget it.
many other important things to do. You're like, oh, I gotta wash the dishes and do some laundry.
Yeah,
Probably gotta
exactly.
sweep the deck.
Yeah, I don't have a deck, but yeah,
Yeah,
somebody's deck.
Yeah.
but regardless, he was like, I'm doing everything else but watching the game.
Yeah. But I figured that the Warriors would have won. I think Boston was a good team. And obviously Tatum's on there,
Mhm.
and he's a great player. But
He choked.
yeah,
He choked.
Warriors got it. So I saw something interesting online where
Yeah.
they were comparing Steph to the GOAT, LeBron James.
The what?
I'm sorry,
What?
did my internet cut out?
Yeah, I think you might have been drinking or something, or you might be high. You said
Nah.
you
What?
you
said
said
the
something
GOAT,
outlandish. Yeah,
LeBron.
I think
No, not at
I think
all.
you misspoke there.
No. Let me repeat it again. The GOAT,
Oh, he doubled down.
GOAT,
Jeez, bro.
LBJ.
Oh,
Y'all can get shut
okay.
down, bro.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, they were comparing him,
Okay.
comparing
What they
the
say?
two.
So what happened? So what
Nah,
they
they
say?
was just saying how
Say it. I'm a Marcos. La who?
I heard they
They
were
was-
comparing him to like the greatest of all time. Like, was he in the top like 5 point guards and all that type of stuff?
Yeah.
That's the chats I was seeing. So
I saw
Yeah.
that too.
definitely that. But it was more comparing the two because LeBron has 4 rings.
okay.
So does now Curry.
Mm-hmm.
Curry is younger, and yeah.
3 years, yeah.
Yeah. So does this make Curry better than LeBron?
I mean, it depends what we talking about, right? Because if you're talking about shooting from the logo, it's gonna be Steph, right? But if you're talking about flopping, it's gonna be LeBron.
Wow.
You know, just hands down. You can't argue that. You know what I'm saying?
Lady,
Like,
hey, if you're a DJ or another rapper, next week we're gonna need another co-host. 'Cause, Jimmy won't be joining us. So please send me an email, jay@that'snotchristian.com.
Oh man.
yeah. See, look at Marcos. He said La Flop. See,
Yo,
How about
so
the other
many
one, man?
haters, yo. So many haters.
I'm saying,
LeBron
bro.
is not the best of all time, brother. That's crazy. That's outlandish.
He's the best of all
Tell him.
time for my generation.
I told you.
Best
man.
of his era. I think that's an argument. Best of his era, yeah, sure, but best of all time, you know what I mean? He's been out here 20 years now, I think. So
Yeah,
he had at least a great 10-year run, at least.
Sure,
You know
sure.
what I mean? Because
Yeah.
you had Kobe out when he first started too, so it
Yeah.
was Kobe Bryant, so you know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you guys think Curry is better than oh gosh. From the Pacers? I forgot his name now.
Isaiah Thomas.
Reggie Miller?
Yeah, Reggie Miller.
Oh, no, he's Detroit.
For 3 points.
Yeah.
You think he's better? Wow.
I
okay.
think he's better, yeah. So I think when you look at, I believe he passed him on the all-time list. I think Steph Curry's number 1 all-time now.
Oh yeah,
for
yes,
one.
correct. Yeah.
And then also to add on, like he's making more threes per game than anybody's ever has in history, right? So I think if you look at those things, he's probably the greatest shooter of all time. I don't think that anybody could really argue against that. My issues with that just is he a top 10 player all time? Is he a top 5 point guard all time? That's when I start having issues. Because then people start bringing up these arguments, and I'm like, yo, there's a lot of people that you leaving out. You know what I mean, so is he great? I can never take that away from him. He is, but I think you can get into the granular, like how great, and then have the arguments there. So,
Right.
Do you think Steph Curry changed the game as much as LeBron has changed the game?
How did LeBron change the game? Hold up.
Everything.
What do you mean? Like
Everything.
go ahead, name it off.
I mean,
One thing.
he
He said
started
one
the
thing.
whole super team type of thing.
Yeah.
Even though that's arguable, because you still have Boston that might have started that first.
Even back in the 80s, they was doing it.
Yeah. So and like the whole, you want to throw in the floppy, you want to throw in all of that stuff. But I think LeBron changed basketball while he's still in the league. But then you have Steph Curry who changed what it is 3-point shots, right? So,
Yeah.
but is it as much as LeBron has changed the game?
So, I mean, I think personally, I think Steph has definitely changed the game. The fact that the 3-point line almost doesn't even matter at this point now,
Right.
because folks is 10 feet behind it shooting now from the
Sure,
regular
from
Half
side.
court, right?
Yeah, you look at like kids. Kids now want to shoot the three. Nobody want to play in the post now. It's all about shooting the ball. It's all about the handle.
Right.
Now, if you really, I think the person who changed the game the most is Bob Cousy, and that's back in the 50s.
Okay.
So,
Talk
this
about it.
dude is basically he's the guy who introduced like the crossover, the fast break. So two of the things that are just regular parts of the game that nobody thinks about.
Right.
He introduced those things. So I think he changed the game more than anybody else. If you ask me, you might have some like a George Mikan. I'm trying to think about who else, like big men that really changed the game.
We got a
But-
historian in the building. Let's go.
Hey, you got to do
Take
your
him to school.
research.
Take him to school.
Gotta
Let's
do your
go.
research. But yeah, Bob Cousy. To me, Steph definitely changed the game. But I think when you got somebody, when you're talking about like even the greatness of Steph Curry, a lot of that comes from the stuff that Bob Cousy did. So I think he changed it even more than him. I think he's number one on that list.
CJ, so it's not LeBron. You see,
I mean, I wasn't saying like the whole entire existence of the NBA.
like
right?
you know what's crazy is that this man was we started the podcast and he was talking trash about Golden State, and then we go full circle and you mentioned LeBron and now he's bigging up Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying?
That's life, right?
He's like, wait, who? Who? Okay, nah. Let's go back to Steph.
Oh man, nah, Bron is great, man. I got no hate for Bron. Bron
Right.
is great.
Let's go. And then that's coming back next week.
He's still not
Yes.
the GOAT though. He's still not the GOAT.
Not the GOAT.
Yes, he is.
Top five.
Never mind.
I'm with
Enough.
that. Top five. I'm with that.
I mean, you might put him in like top 5 for basketball players who did a movie,
Oh man,
and there's probably like only 3 that
Ray
did a
Allen,
movie.
Shaq.
Ray Allen, Shaq.
Shaq did like
Right.
2 movies, I think.
I mean, you could put him in that category if
Right,
you want.
Jordan.
You know, I just,
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
yeah.
Sure.
I
Did you guys see the fake Klay Thompson?
Yo, I just saw
warming
that
up?
this morning.
Oh man, that's so crazy.
Yeah, I saw it.
That's crazy.
That joint been out
Yes.
for years though, right? He been around for a while.
Has he? This is the first time I heard of him.
Yeah, so a couple of people that were going up to him in the video were like, I seen your video. You know what I mean? They were like that they recognized him and they knew him. So I was like, how these folks how does security not know who this dude
Yeah.
is, you know?
I thought he was a regular.
They're terrible at their job. That's how.
That's crazy.
They need that one dude. What was the dude over in Atlanta who tackled that?
Oh, yeah.
They need him. He knew what he was doing.
He did know what he was doing. What'd he say? I can't see that.
Says, banned because I walked past 5 layers of security guards who willingly let me through security without asking for ID and shot around on the court for 10 minutes. I also spent $10K on tickets. What? Which they are not refunding. Why should I be banned? Because the security is incompetent at Game
Facts.
5, and the Warriors just banned me for life from the arena.
That's
Yo,
crazy.
That's facts though, because I mean, obviously they did some editing to the video, right? But it didn't look like anybody gave him a hard time, and it didn't look like he was trying to. I mean, it didn't look like he said anything to try to impersonate somebody, right? Because obviously,
Right.
he's.
I mean,
known for
he
looking like
kind of
Klay.
looks. He looks
Yeah.
like Klay.
Yeah, sure,
You know?
sure. And the way they lined up his beard and everything was intentional, so I could see what argument is made, but
Mhm.
he didn't go in there saying like, "Yo, I'm Klay, let me in. Need to warm up."
But he was on the court, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on the court.
Yep.
He was on the court. That's a problem. Y'all think he should have been banned for life?
No,
That's kind of harsh, man.
that is
That's
harsh.
kind of too much. But like, I don't know, man. It's a clout chasey era we in, man. And you know, was it worth it? You out 10 racks and you can't see games anymore. Like that's a bad jaunt. Like I don't know what to tell him.
Yo, but the 10 racks ain't a bad thing because he probably made that back in YouTube streams.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
that's
You
what I
right.
was gonna say.
Yeah, so that's not
I
so.
ain't even
But the
think of
fact
that. You right.
you can't go back at all ever. Like, wait, is it only Golden State games, or you can't enter the arena for any, like, if Q's performing, he can't go to the show?
It's probably the arena. It's probably usually those bands are the arena bands. Usually. Like a Charles
just went
Oakley,
there.
they banned him from the
Catch
arena.
You just
me
gotta
in
move.
San Diego or something, man. I
Yo, he could do cameo.
He
You know,
got
make
him
that
a
money back.
cameo. Yeah.
But yeah, nah,
interested in that one.
I think banning him from the arena forever. That's a little too much.
That's cool.
And he spent 10K. Like that's not a normal fan.
Right.
Granted, he probably
got
doing
good
it for
seats.
for the video or whatever he did.
Yeah.
But geez, if a fan like that spends 10K on tickets,
I don't know. I'm harsh. I'm with the band.
You with the band?
I'm with the band.
and also they got to make an example, right? Because what if other
Right.
people start doing it?
You got. So we already have fans come on the floor, right?
Right.
In Detroit with that big fight, right? So that's one thing. And then just recently in the news, you got fans coming out with weapons on at these comedy shows and stuff like
Sure.
that. I think you can't be too safe at this point. You know what I mean? It's
I mean,
too late once the blood is spilled.
I could see the argument, like if people bringing weapons, right, to a show or whatever, right? I could see the argument there. I still think that would be security's fault. I think that the case here, it'd be security's fault. But like he didn't brandish any weapons. He wasn't violent to anybody. He just walked in, showed his ID, he put his keys in his wallet, threw the thing, went through the metal detector, and then went down on the floor and started shooting. Like it wasn't like, you know what I mean? Like someone bringing a knife or a gun to a comedy show or trying to attack a comedian. You know what I mean? I think that's far different than someone just shooting a couple threes, man. Like I think that's harsh, bro.
Pre-game. So when did this happen? Do we know
That's a good
exactly when it
question.
happened? Like pre-game, no players out there.
I think
Like,
it was
nobody
pregame.
on the court.
Yeah, nobody was on the court.
Oh, nobody on the
But
court.
I think it was the same day because people were like wishing him good luck. You gonna win tonight? You gonna win tonight?
Okay.
So I think it was the day of the game.
Okay.
Yeah, he says he at game 5 and the Warriors just banned me for life.
Oh, game 5. Okay.
Yeah.
So for me, if it's pre-game, there's no players out there. I can see, the ban for life is harsh. For the rest of the season, maybe even next season, cool.
Okay.
But if I thought there's players out there. There's players out there. Nah, get them out of here.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I wouldn't be too upset if it, like you said, if it was the rest of the season, or the rest of the year, right? Because you said it might be like arena wide. It might be might not be specific to basketball. So even like for the rest of the year, for a whole year, I guess I'll be cool with that, man. But for life, bro, like that's
Consequences. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Consequences.
You're right.
I mean,
Well,
wisdom,
now he
man.
could go to the crypto.com center or stadium, whatever they call it now.
To watch the Lakers play.
Yeah. Give them their money.
Oh, so when
Yes,
when
again,
when
halftime.
when the Warriors are playing away, he can still go to games, right? He get banned from
Yeah.
all arenas.
Cali got like 3 teams. If you get banned from all of those, that's crazy.
Yeah, move out of the state.
No, because you still got oh no, that's it, huh?
Nah, you got Sacramento, LA. You got both teams in LA.
Yeah.
Golden State. So I think they got 4. I think they
The
got 4 of those.
Clippers. Yeah. So
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, sheesh.
There you go.
For one state.
Yeah,
Crazy.
but our state is as big as the whole East Coast.
Oh, word? Is that
So
big?
Nah.
four states ain't really. I mean, 4 teams ain't really a lot in comparison to how many
That's-
states that covers. You know what I mean?
That's true. Because y'all only got Oregon, Washington above y'all. That's it.
That's it.
Y'all the whole. That's the whole coast.
So that's like Florida, Georgia. Who's up there? Virginia,
Yeah,
Baltimore.
Carolinas,
Yeah, Carolinas. All that.
Maryland, all that.
They all got teams. That's like 6 teams we named right there, at least.
Sheesh. Yeah, that's true. Okay, makes sense. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you break it down to states, yeah, you're right.
Word.
Yeah. Well, let's see what else we got. We got WWE Vince McMahon allegations. Are you guys still watching wrestling?
Yeah, Bad Bunny was on the last month, wasn't he?
Of course you would. Of course. Of course.
I seen the highlight.
Logan Paul was on WrestleMania not too long ago.
Oh, word. Oh, your boy.
Yeah, his boy, right? Oh, we love man
Wait, well, I
down,
thought you
man
was a
down,
Jake Paul.
man down.
I thought you was Jake Paul. Or are you both?
I'm both. I think they're smart guys, smart brothers. Yeah. So
Oh.
we lost Q. Hopefully
We
he'll
lost
be back.
Q. Yeah, I think it was some sort of connection.
Yeah. But I know
up?
that you mentioned Jake before we get into the WWE topic. He goes on Twitter and he starts pretty much talking about Biden and how Biden hasn't done anything for the country.
Mhm.
So I don't know how much Jake's words matter.
What do you mean?
in
He
this subject.
wait, what country he talking about? Because he did a lot for Ukraine. He sent billions of dollars over there. So what country he talking about?
He's talking about here, the U.S.
Oh, here in the US. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
He made a list, right?
yeah. He had a list.
What was on his list, Jay?
He checked it twice. Let me see if I can pull up the tweet.
Has Biden
Yeah.
been naughty or nice?
And it's
Right.
it's kind of interesting that you start seeing. Well, I mean, at least I've been noticing a lot of influential people
Mhm.
kind of like talk about Biden and what's going on, or they'll
Right.
talk about MAGA. So it looks like people are just not happy with Biden.
Do you think it's justified? It's rightfully so that people aren't happy with him?
Yes and no, right? Because
My bad, y'all.
it's all
It's all
good.
good.
It's all
It's all good.
I say yes and no, right? Because the president doesn't have much influence on gas prices or anything like that, right?
Mhm.
So, but he gets blamed for it.
Right.
Like it's his job, right? We don't really focus on the senators who are passing the laws and your local government and all that stuff. So, but don't get me wrong. I think that Biden has a tough presidency ahead of him.
Okay.
Even now. So
Yeah. I mean, I think, man, the big question is, has he done anything that he's promised? You know what I mean? 'Cause as far as if I gave him and I'm in I guess you could say, I don't want to say MAGA country, but it's all red down here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you talk to pretty much anybody about Biden, they almost hate him.
Yeah.
So I think the only thing that he did do that was great was the Asian hate bill. I thought that was great. I thought that was necessary.
What was the deal with that, with the Asian hate bill?
I mean, if I don't know what it covers or whatever, but
Right.
my thought is just it was just making a firm stand, saying that what I mean, we're not going to tolerate hate crimes against
Hate
Asians.
crimes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. I think that's great because that's justice, right? I think we should all push for justice, especially as believers. But as far as anything else that he's promised, me personally, I don't feel like I'm seeing it. Student loans, what's up? Like,
I'm still paying student loans, so
you know what I mean?
Yo, but I kind of don't want to see that student loan thing go through, man, because they're not really going to just write it off, man. It's going to be, taxpayers are going to end up paying for student loans, man. I'm not sure I'm comfortable with that.
Yeah.
and it's a sizable amount, right? Because
Yeah,
if
it's
he's
huge.
forgive for
Huge.
all, it's a lot of money out there.
I mean,
And mind you, this is the
guess.
government's number 1 or number 2 biggest business is loans.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like,
So-
all right, we'll write it. We won't collect it.
We're gonna
from
write
you.
ourselves off.
Yeah, we're gonna write ourselves off. We're just gonna charge more taxes. Like, You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know about
But I'm
that.
also the believer that these student loans are hindering, everyday people
It's
like
a
you and
setup.
us,
Mm-hmm.
just from advancing forward and like building wealth and managing their money better and all that stuff. So it's like
Right.
a very like heavy ball, on your back that you
Sure.
gotta do it. And then other people argue, well, who told you to go get a degree in dance philosophy, right, and spend 50 grand or 60
All right.
grand, right?
Right. All right.
So, you know
Yeah,
and then you have
that's
like doctors who spend six figures, but eventually they'll make
They'll
that
make it
money
back.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
make it back. But a teacher or um anybody with an economics degree, it's tough.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
you know
Yeah. Yeah.
so
yeah, I'm not on that. I'm not on that wave, bro. But I definitely see why people are disappointed when he said he would promise a lot of things and then they're not seeing it come to fruition. So it's like, were you capping? Were you just saying those things to get our vote? Or is it really harder to do those to accomplish those things, than these politicians make it seem,
see, I don't think it's harder at all. Why? Because we just spent a bunch of money on Ukraine,
hmm
right?
Mm.
Would that make a dent in the student loan situation? Maybe, but they didn't think about it twice to send that money,
hmm
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
right.
true.
But
Where's it
I don't
coming from?
even know of any legislation that has been brought up to say, hey, let's take control of this.
Yeah.
So
That's a good point.
So my
yeah.
question was like,
hmm
where's this coming from too? Like the money
What?
that that they send over to Ukraine, where's it coming
From
from?
you.
Okay. Okay.
Well, they're sort of borrowing from the future
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
to pay it now, right?
Mm-hmm. Because I
Mm-hmm.
was looking at a thing and I don't have the information handy, but about basically inflation, like where they get the money from to like kind of pump it back into the system. Because
Right.
where it's all digital, it's not
Right.
printed. It's all fake money basically.
Right.
So
Funny money. Right.
yeah, so like where's all this coming from? So honestly, like I don't know. I think it's all our economy is a mess, and I think has been for a long time. So
Yeah, and
I
I think
agree.
that's why you see, you know what I mean, like the prices of milk and gas and everything going up too. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Is because of the devaluing of the dollar. Because it's not just Biden giving money to the Ukraine.
right.
It's the stimulus that Biden gave away, that Trump gave away, that Obama gave away, that Bush gave, you know what I mean? Everyone
Mm-hmm.
before them, because this isn't something new. This is something that's been going on for, bro, 30, 40 years or something like that, where they're just like printing up money. And even though now it's digital, they still kind of printing it, in a sense where like they
Mm-hmm.
just like, oh, here's some extra money. How you make money just out of thin air? You know what I
Right.
mean? And it's not
Right.
backed by anything because we got off of the
Yep.
gold standard and everything. Um, and that's why we're seeing a lot of these rising gas prices, um, rising prices on wheat and milk and just everything else. You know what I mean? Just
Mm-hmm.
staples. I don't think that it would have been any much different under a different administration. That's just my opinion. It might have not been as bad, but I think that the market is seeing a correction in itself, and we're going to continue to see that for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Because printing up money, all it does is just like it just kicks the can down the road, right? Because if everybody gets $2,000, $5,000, whatever it is in the mail, what you're gonna do? You're gonna grab that, you're gonna go spend it, and that's what we saw in 2020 when people started buying homes. They started investing in stocks. You saw everything with the Wall Street bets and everything because people have bread to do it, so they were spending money. So it looks like the economy is doing well.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Right.
and then when the money's gone, you start to see that the
Mm-hmm.
those trends of people spending money slowing down,
Mm-hmm.
and we're living it now. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
Facts.
sadly, our kids are going to be paying that.
That's
Right.
facts.
But
Facts.
go
So
ahead.
Jake Paul's tweet says, Biden accomplishments. Number one, highest gas prices. Do you guys agree or disagree there?
I don't know if the blame is on him, but the truth is there. It's happened.
Under his administration,
Yeah.
it definitely
You
is
know?
true that we do get the highest gas prices.
Yeah. Two is worst inflation. Absolutely.
In a long time, yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Plummeting crypto prices. I
Is
would.
that on him?
Yeah. I would.
I don't feel like
I
any of
would
this is really on
argue.
him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. I would argue that's not necessarily him. I mean, crypto has been kind of downtrending for a while now,
yo, but
just like
that
the stock market.
yeah, but that joint went from like 60 to what's it at 20 right now?
Yeah,
Mm.
like
Man.
20 and change. Yeah. Well, that's Bitcoin, of course.
Yeah, sorry, that's what. Yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, the next one is highest rent prices ever.
I don't know. I own.
I don't
so,
know how
but-
that's on him what the landlord wants to charge.
right.
True. But the landlords expenses have gone up.
Mm-hmm.
So should he not, if it's already coming due, to raise rents according to however many years you're going to stay in, and calculate and try to make a profit for that money?
But rent's generally like, bro. When I started renting, my first apartment was like $550 here in LA. You know what I'm saying? Like you cannot get that anywhere in Los Angeles. I don't think you can get that anywhere in California anymore. Like prices continue to go up.
Mhm.
You know, so the next administration will see the highest of all of these, or maybe not gas prices, right?
I hope not.
But you know what I mean? Like you're gonna see rent prices are gonna go up. Like I don't know that rent prices ever go down. You know, I'm not too sure. I know, now the housing prices are at the highest, right? Is he getting credit for that?
Nope.
You know what I mean? Like
And
Yeah.
is that a good thing?
sure,
Yeah,
for the
man.
people who are selling.
It is who
For
wants
the
to sell
sellers,
it.
it's good.
Yeah.
But, like I know where I'm at, man. My house. So I bought it. It's coming up on a year now.
Mhm.
I think we've increased in value 66,000 just in the 1 year. So
Yeah.
I can only imagine like the folks who trying to get in now and can't get in because the price is now,
And the
it's
interest
going
rates.
crazy. Yeah, everything's going up. So I don't know.
Yeah. And and with the housing prices, right? Everybody's over here expecting like maybe we could get a crash because whatever comes up must come down, but who knows when that's gonna happen, right?
Mhm.
Houses
There's
could
definitely gonna be
still keep
there'll
going up.
definitely be a correction for sure.
Yeah, but it almost seems like everybody's expecting like a 2008, type of joint where houses went down like what, like 30%, 40%, and I don't think it's gonna be that bad, but who knows?
Yo, shout out to 520 Collector. Shout out to Eric Boston. He's in
My
the building.
guy.
Word.
He said, I wouldn't put crypto on Biden. That was a shaky currency to start with.
Mm.
He said, rent is a result of the general economy, which you can tie back to the people in charge of the ship.
Just
Okay.
Biden. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever
And
seen the
last-
lines out in New York City just for people trying to view apartments?
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
I saw that.
So
I
so
saw
check
that.
this out though. Supposedly those were all college kids, right? Because they're trying to get an apartment to
Okay.
go to
Okay.
school. But there was another video that was like uptown, around Harlem, and that was full of people. And that one they say that it was actually like a showing where it was literally whoever the highest bidder was.
Wow.
But yeah, I've been looking at getting home, and it's been on Zillow. I save the houses, and then I kind of like see how long they've been in the market.
LNF is like
And-
come to Texas.
Come on.
I mean, the
Come on.
guys have been sending cribs from Texas, and it's like, man, what I could get out there. But the houses.
But you can't get no Jamaican food.
Nah.
see?
Can't get no diversity. Nah.
See?
You can't just pull up to the spot that's on the
Yo,
sidewalk.
It's killing
and
me,
get
bro.
some-
It's killing me, the food down here.
That's definitely one thing New York has. Definitely diversity. But the homes they're there for like 30 days, and they get sold. Some houses 15 days, and it's
Man.
like it's crazy how this market is right now. So We'll see what
I've been
happens.
I've been seeing trends of houses that are above $750,000. They've been staying on the market a lot longer, and they're starting to see corrections in those homes, somewhere between 5 to 10% dip in prices.
Yeah,
So they're saying that it could be somewhere between a year to 18 months before we see it in the median like price homes.
yeah. I mean that makes sense because 750 is pretty up there.
That's regular for
Um,
New York and LA.
Yeah. Well, I guess you're
Yes.
right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like people in the Midwest and even
Oh
down
yeah,
south, like
you get acres. You living like Rick Ross if you go somewhere in Midwest with 750.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
facts. You have your own little city.
Right.
I was just out in Montana on business,
Mhm.
and they saying that it's like
Look at that flex. That was a low key flex. You heard that?
Nah,
Yeah, I was out in
Business.
Montana. You know what I mean?
Nah,
Just doing business.
This
you know what I
this
mean?
dude visiting Kanye's compound.
Right.
bro. I wish I could, man. I wish I could, but yo, the prices out there is like 900 900K for a
No.
house.
What?
No.
Middle of nowhere, bro. I think I was in the second largest city. It was like 75,000 people. But the largest city is like 900,000 for a house, bro. It's like you gotta be kidding me. There's nothing out here but mountains,
Yeah,
bro.
that's good.
Nah,
They definitely,
Beautiful,
nah.
definitely
How many
don't
acres,
have
though?
jerk
How many
chicken
acres?
out there.
I don't know. We didn't get into details. We're just
No
a
beef
Uber
patties
driver,
out
talking to
there.
Uber driver. So
No ginger
No
beer
beef
out there.
patties.
No oxtail.
they
If I
had-
can't
they
get
had
a
Mexican
cheesesteak, I'm
spot. It was
good, man.
alright. I don't know. I don't know.
Wow, that's wild. 900,000 in
That's
Montana.
crazy.
Montana, bro. Montana.
Dang.
Jeez.
Yo, go find a little hut somewhere, man. Like, and buy it now. You know what I mean? And the
Damn,
price
we
will
were
go up.
business.
Facts. That's wild. So what was the last one, Jay? What was the last one that was on that list?
The last one was let's add it back. Create a new incomprehensible language. So he's making fun of him.
Oh, because
That was on him.
that one is on him, right? He freestyling in a lot of these press conferences, like
Yeah. And then he says, if you're reading this and voted for Biden and you still don't regret it, then you are the American problem. Pretty
yo, I feel like that with
serious
if you voted, period, though.
ooh.
Wow.
That's like all of them. 1 through, what are we at? 46? 1 through 46.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the energy I'm
Jeez.
on.
Even the third parties? Dang.
Well, what third party won?
No, that's the problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, we had the perfect opportunity to get a third party in,
Yeah.
and we still reverted back to the old ways. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
That's crazy though. But you know what? I see that a lot. Like I see that we saw the last administration with everything that went wrong was blamed on Trump. And we see it with this administration, everything that goes wrong with Biden, obviously, or that goes wrong
They
is
blamed
on Biden.
Obama for everything.
Right.
They blamed Bush for everything. It's
Right. And it's like nothing really changes, man.
right.
You know what I mean? It's like it's still this divisiveness, you know what I mean? Like, how dare you, you know what I mean? And people try to cancel you and whatnot. Like, bro, like
word.
let's just talk about the issues, man. Like everybody, you know what I mean, is spending more money than they were last year and the year before. Why? What are these folks doing? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like let's stop voting like Republican, Democrat, red and blue, whatever, you know what I mean? And let's start talking about real issues, man.
Good luck.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, do we got any candidates that offer hope in that area? Like,
Nope.
Now it's been a minute.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. We'll see if maybe in 1 or 2 years somebody wakes
Kamala?
up. Nah, that's going backwards.
absolutely not.
Who?
You don't think she's gonna run? Yo, Biden's not going for
Absolutely
another. He ain't gonna run it
Are
back.
you
bro.
kidding? Yes, he is.
Biden cannot run it back, bro.
He's gonna run it back, bro.
You see him fall off the bike? He just fell off the bike, bro. Like, and I'm not trying to be funny, bro. The man is
I saw
old.
it.
Like
He fell off. Yeah.
He
he's
could
too old.
have really. Yeah, he's too old to be doing that, bro. Like, you break a hip at that
Well,
age.
that's what
you could
I mean.
really
That's the
pass.
problem, though. We keep putting old dudes in the
Right.
Right.
these old heads gotta go, man. Like that's the issue.
No, that's shots.
That's-
Yeah, that's shots.
We got these old heads running the country. That's the problem now, man.
That's true.
falling off your bike. You are the president. Why are you on a bike?
All right.
You don't go write something like get off the bike.
You should be in a golf cart, right?
Yeah,
Why are you
like-
on a bike?
You
Yeah,
don't
messed
go
up.
legislate something, man. Like,
Let
what
the,
are you
let
doing?
the man
yo?
ride his bike.
Tripping.
Jeez.
You gotta get the training wheels. That's all.
Yo, he was good until he stopped, man.
That's not even funny. That's not funny.
Yeah.
I'm saying though, man, like, you know what I mean? Like, bro,
Bro,
like
you don't
seriously,
go to prove something. Like,
you
what are
that's dangerous activity for somebody that age, man. It really is.
it is.
He wasn't even going that fast.
It don't matter. He old.
Yeah.
He running it back though.
Yeah,
It's
he
not
is.
with Kamala. He getting rid of her.
He's getting rid of her, you think?
so? Nah.
Yeah, I think he's getting rid of her.
I think she's getting rid of him.
I
She
think they're
she
both
ain't
going
strong
for
enough, man. Nobody likes her. You know what I mean,
Because where's she at?
Yeah, man.
We ain't
That's
see
the
her
question.
since the phone call. We ain't see her since the phone call.
We did it, Joe.
She had the fumble. Where did she go? Was it Nicaragua or something like that? Where she fumbled. Yeah, she I don't think she has the it factor to be elected as president. I don't
But do you need the it factor? Look at Joe. Like, what was the it factor for Joe?
He's been in the game for a
wasn't-
while.
Nobody really
wasn't-
voted for Joe. Everybody voted against
Trump?
Okay,
Against Trump.
okay, Elon. Okay.
No, this is the truth.
It's
facts.
true.
Right.
It's facts.
Right. So you don't really need an it factor. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Then you need a villain. If you don't have the it factor, you need a villain.
true. Very true. Very true. Very true.
Mm.
Biden's the villain right now too. On both sides, man. I'm seeing my friends, my conservative friends, and my liberal friends are like, "Yo, what is going on?" It's like, "Yo, why? I can't believe y'all agreeing right now."
Or
Facts.
I mean, they really? I don't know if he could run it back. I just don't think he's
He's
he's capable to do it, bro.
He's trying to be like Obama. He need to run it back.
He needs to. He's not gonna be no Obama, bro. He's not gonna be no Obama ever in life.
I didn't even think he was gonna make it through this. I mean, that's his life. I don't want to, wish
Yeah.
death on nobody. But
No,
just
absolutely.
From what you were seeing, and even like it seems like he might have like a dementia issue
It
or something like
does.
that. So
Mhm.
I was like I don't know if even like mentally he'll be there, that he can do it. You know what I mean? So that's the question.
But not only that, like, what are his ideas? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is he gonna? Like you were saying earlier, like, what has he done? What has he delivered on?
Right.
That he promised in the first 4 years, right? What has he really done? Like, I think a lot of people are gonna be upset about that.
Mhm.
I think that they're setting that up though. Maybe for the reelection, I guess, because the Fed already said that they're gonna drop rates in 2024. So they could be doing that to secure the reelection too, right? Because if rates go down, everybody's happy. Okay, this guy's not so bad, you know.
Just keep him in
Right.
here.
And then the
Right.
economy is better and all that stuff.
Mm,
'Cause they say the devil you know is better than the devil
the
you
devil
don't.
you
know,
don't.
you know?
We'll see. We'll see. In other news, we got Vince McMahon allegations from the WWE. And I know QFLO wanted to talk about this.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I am tired of Vince McMahon. He gotta
Oh,
go.
dang.
Man.
Oh,
Wow.
He gotta
Man.
go. He
Okay.
came out on SmackDown just to say hi. He just did it again tonight on Raw. Don't ask me how I know. He just did it again just to tell people John Cena pulling up next week. Vince gotta go. He don't take no accountability for nothing. The man don't take accountability for nothing. He came out just to get a quick pop from the crowd. No chance in hell. Like, he gotta go, man. Vince gotta go. I'm
Vince
tired of
gotta
him
go.
ruining the product that is WWE. He done took NXT, ran it into the ground, gave Triple H a heart attack. The man almost died. All right. Vince gotta go by any means. I don't care. He gotta
Wow.
go. Rant over.
So,
Wow.
So he put on his daughters, Steph,
Yeah.
as the interim CEO. What you think about that?
You
And she
know how
dipped though,
bad-
right? She had dipped, right?
She
Yeah.
left.
Yeah.
Yes.
So WWE is
She
in
left and
shambles right
came
now.
Back. She left and came back for that position. But
Mm.
she left like, I don't know, 3 weeks prior.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And
Wow.
and, and,
What
and now
about the
she back to
brother?
take,
Or
huh?
the son? What
Don't
about
nobody
Vince's
want.
son?
Oh, don't. Him and
Oh,
Shane had
Shane.
problems from Royal Rumble. Him and Shane had problems back during the Royal Rumble. Shane wasn't coming back. Stephanie or Triple H was going to take over. She left because she wanted to. She was taking a leave of absence. Now she back running the place. Vince gotta go, man. He gotta go. And I don't know what these. I don't know what this situation is. It sound bad. It sound bad. And too bad Dark Side of the Ring not coming back because this would be a great episode. But Vince got to go, man. I'm tired of him ruining WWE, man. It's hard defending this show against guys like Cutright and Jay Crumb and all these folks who watch wrestling. C4. It's hard to defend wrestling against. I mean, to defend WWE against these guys, man. Vince got to go, man. I'm tired of this, man.
That's crazy.
So
I'm
what did he do?
tired.
Yeah, so the
What
Wall Street
happened?
Journal, according to the Wall Street Journal, the WWE board is looking into a $3 million payment paid by McMahon to a departing female employee with whom he allegedly had a consensual affair.
He did it. He did it, man.
Wait,
During
you
the
said hold on. You said consensual, so she getting paid for a consensual relationship?
Yeah, that's what it seems like. So during the investigation, McMahon will continue to oversee the wrestling organization creative output, according to the WWE. And yeah,
Yo, isn't that prostitution though? If you pay somebody and it's consensual, like,
and it
is
was an affair.
yeah. It says the employee was employed as a paralegal in 2019 and has had a separation agreement in place since January that prohibits her from revealing her contact with McMahon or disparaging him.
Yeah, she signed the NDA. They're like, "Here's you sign this NDA, we're gonna give you a bag. You can't."
Y'all
say
realize Vince paid this woman more than he spent for WCW.
Wow.
He gotta go.
Look at LNF's eyes. He's like,
He
"What?"
gotta go,
Bro, if we talking about the same time I was watching WCW, yeah, with the merger and all that.
He spent more on this woman than WCW.
Wow.
Like, yo, Vince he has to go, man.
Wow. Jeez.
Wow.
That's crazy. Well, he already stepped down though because they said his daughter's the
interim CEO.
Yeah. Right. So
Interim.
he can't really say like, "Nah, I'm not leaving," can he?
Well, he pulled up on Raw tonight, so.
So you think they're
knows?
doing it for clicks? You think they're clout chasing? Leveraging this?
Oh no, he definitely he pulled up to both shows, just for that, just so people could see. Oh well, what's he going to say? But I pray it didn't work tonight because he did it on SmackDown, and everybody's like, "Oh man, Vince pulling up to SmackDown. What are you going to say?" And he's just like, "Welcome to SmackDown." And I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" He came out tonight on Raw. John Cena next week. Are you kidding me? Like, why are you here? Go.
It seems like typical Vince, though. This is what he does.
It is, man. Like, he just had to get his ego stroked, man. Like, you tripping. Gee, go away. Like, I'm tired of Vince.
I mean,
why is he leaving, though? Why? I'm not understanding because I feel like this is a moral failure, right? But business-wise, what was done that needed him to go, right?
Right.
It don't matter. He ruining the show. He is ruining the show. I don't care.
Right.
I don't care. Whatever gets Triple H in this hot seat quicker, I don't care, man. Triple H is the save. Like, he was saving us with NXT, and oh my goodness, man, he got to go. I don't care. I don't care. Triple H is going to save this company. He got to get in that position. I don't care.
It's pretty wild that after all these years, WWE is still like a thing. Like, people actually go and watch.
Oh yeah,
and all that stuff.
Yo, those stadiums are packed all the time.
Yeah. No, they not. No, they not. They be lying. They be lying. Yes,
all camera angles.
It's all smoke and mirrors, man. They haven't sold out a card in months. They lying to us, man. Like, it's people usually you'll catch like you know, like if Edge is coming back tonight at this pay-per-view, like somebody's recording because Edge is coming out, but you could see like rows of empty seats. WWE's not selling out like they used to. Mostly, I believe it is because of the product, and then the other side of it could still be the pandemic. But Yeah, nah, they're not selling out like they used to.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I imagine that the numbers might not be, that big because of 2020 and everything else. But I didn't know that it was like that low. Or they had been struggling, and that's why I thought too. This might be all something like they just leveraging for like marketing and cloud chasing. You know what I mean? So that people are talking.
Well, there is rumor that there's something going on with the because SmackDown's on, they have SmackDown on Fox, Raw's on USA. So I did hear rumors of like issues with Fox as well. They want to keep certain superstars on SmackDown only, like Ronda Rousey, Roman Reigns, and all that. So I did hear that. I'm not 100% sure how that's affecting this. I just know Vince got to go. I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt.
We're gonna have to name this clip. Vince gotta go.
Vince gotta go.
So Fox and the networks, they got pull like that. I mean, I know they funding this stuff, but
Fox.
Fox definitely has pull.
Yeah,
sheesh.
Fox.
Yeah,
Nah, we don't want this person on our station. Like, just that's wild.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right. Well, they probably just want the top people on their.
Yeah. They just want the top stars, the Ronda Rouseys, the Roman Reigns, those type of people. But the thing is, Roman got 2 belts. He got to be on both shows. So, what you gonna do?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yo, Eric Boston says Q more vocal now.
Oh yeah, because I'm a
away
big
from
wrestling guy.
politics.
I'm not a big politics guy, man. I'm a big wrestling fan though.
That's wise.
What Canvas and Klay say? He said, I mean, after the video of Stone Cold talking to a crowd.
Oh, don't get me started on that. They had Stone Cold doing the whole thing in a crowd full of nobody. I was like, y'all owe him, and they put him on WrestleMania. So,
what do you mean a crowd? Like, you mean like when the NBA was in the bubble?
No, yeah, like before SmackDown. I mean, before WWE did the whole Thunderdome, where they just had like the webcam screens.
Yeah,
it was literally just empty. There was nobody there, and they had Stone Cold of all people come out, and he's all, "Give me a hell yeah," and nobody's there to give him a hell yeah, except for one of the TV announcers,
right?
And it's like, yo, I know y'all don't got Stone Cold out here talking to us, talking to the camera, like talking to us through the camera. There's no crowd. Why is Stone Cold here? Like, but they put him on WrestleMania both days, and he killed it. So. Whatever.
Vince gotta go.
Vince gotta go.
Vince gotta go. That's the anthem. That's the anthem. new song and merch coming soon.
That's what I was gonna say. By
Vince
Friday,
McMahon diss track coming, man. Vince McMahon diss track all the way.
Y'all heard it here first.
Oh man,
that's so that Yo, where we at right now? Is that it for the topics? Could we segue a little bit? Oh no, we got one more. I was going to talk about music. I was going to talk about music real quick.
Well, here you go. Now's your chance.
Oh yeah.
We got another joint though. We got another joint before we move on. I was going to ask you about because Road Warriors and tag team champs and whatnot. So it seems like you really into wrestling like that, right?
Yeah.
Like that's
I'm a big wrestling fan.
That's what's up. So. Is that kind of what influenced the whole NCO thing and everything?
Yeah. So I was saying like wrestling has the best like rollouts. They know how to build up hype with the vignettes and everything. And guess who's coming back next week? Bobby Lashley. And it's just video cuts of him putting people in chokeholds and whatnot. So like when you watch that, that's good promo. That's good marketing. So when we were doing the NCO stuff, I was like, yo, remember how I was telling the guys, I was like, yo, y'all remember how NWO used to spray paint the title and just spray paint everything?
Right.
Let's do that to people's artworks. You know what I'm saying? And I got this community of artists together. The listener session, the TLS, shout out to them. I hit up all of them, was like, look, y'all, I need y'all help with a special project. Send me y'all newest artwork or your most recent artwork, and we're gonna put the NCO logo on it.
Yeah,
we like a spray paint, and then post it on y'all Instagrams. Like, yo, who is tagging my artwork? Who is ruining my artwork? And just act like y'all don't know who it is, and we just gonna see what happens. Once the crew got a hold of it,
Right.
We was
It's a
good.
wrap.
That's it. They did all the promo for us. Shout out to them. Did
Shout
all
out
the
to the
promo
crew.
for us. So but yeah, it was we're all wrestling fans too. Me, City, and Show. We're all wrestling fans too. So naturally it just made sense. It worked out. You know, the NWO were the bad guys. They came in, they infiltrated. So I'm like, yo, that's what we gonna do. We going, you know what I mean, infiltrate the system, just make it a little hype, give it a little,
Right.
you know, give it a little more aggression, stuff like that. So that's pretty much where it came from.
That's pretty dope. You know, it was. I think it was very appropriate because there aren't a lot of people who are really spitting like that in CHH, right? It's kind of following the culture as far as, like, you know, Main Street hip hop and whatnot. And that's not knocking anybody, because I think that the variety and versatility is good, but it was good to, like, really hear bars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially from like you expect bars from somebody like Griselda because they're in that age group, right? They're like old heads, right? But when you hear young cats spitting, you know what I mean? It's like it's really, it's dope. You know what I mean? It's really dope to me. You know what I mean? Because you see that art isn't lost. You know what I mean? That there's still people who appreciate that, man.
Right.
That's one of the things that I like, because then it's like, what is this, yo? Like, what is this artwork at NCO? And then you got this dude talking with this crazy voice, right?
That was me.
Right. You got this dude talking with a crazy voice. Like, what is this? And then you hear it, and it's like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? Like, it grabs your attention, and then you keep the attention with the bars, man. So I thought that was a pretty dope rollout.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, it was definitely like we were so confident that the song was gonna be good, just because we were like, yo, we're gonna kill this. Like, and you know, so we were like, we had no doubt that the song was gonna do what it was gonna do. So it was just like, let's just annoy people with the rollout, and people were getting mad. It was like, yo, this is so corny. This is why CHH does, and CHH that, and blah blah blah. Nobody take us serious. And I'm like, hey man, look, I don't care. Like, and me just playing the role.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, look, they better be nice. They said they going to Critique Friday. They better be nice. And then people were hitting me up behind the scenes. Was like, bro, we know that's you. It's your accent. Philly boys, y'all got that accent. So it's like, I'm like, what y'all talk about? That ain't me. I'm not even home. Like, cause I shot it the night before I went to Cali. So I'm like, yo, I'm not even home. I'm on vacation. Like,
wow,
bro,
this dude was lying.
It's like, bro, we know your accent. Like,
that's not
like,
Christian,
Q,
brother.
We know your accent, bro. Like, I'm like, all right, man, y'all got me. Y'all got me. But nah, it was fun, man. It was fun. We definitely didn't capitalize fast enough on the hype that we had, just because we had so much going on behind, so many good things going on behind the scenes. Like, we were in talks of merging with Sony Orchard, and we were you know, just talking, like, getting y'all remember that show with Kevin Hart and Wesley Snipes?
Yeah.
So I got offered to do the opening song for it.
Wow.
Because of, you know, show had connections, and they specifically wanted a Philly artist. So they were like, yo, if you know any Philly artists, Kevin Hart's doing a show. It's about two brothers, this, that, and the third. I got offered that, and obviously they didn't use it. The show's been out already. But just being able to, like, that was my first opportunity to get in a sync placement. That was my first time ever. So, and show was just like, yo, I got the beats, I got the instrumentals and all that. So just you know, write and keep it simple, all that stuff. And it was a go. You know, so I got an opportunity from that. And you know, just plenty of other stuff just happened behind the scenes that I feel like we didn't really capitalize on, just, you know, constantly getting music ready to drop.
Right.
And I think that's where we fell off at. And then, you know, unfortunately, like, you know, we had some people come in and infiltrate the infiltrators, which is hilarious in a way. And the NCO, like, we're still around, we're still here. We're actually planning on revealing a new member. Same rollout. We're gonna pull up the Critique Friday. We ain't gonna tell y'all who it is. But it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. And then we're just gonna try to capitalize, like, the right way, try to market ourselves the right way. I think the other thing too was, like, we not directly, but there was, you know, Indie Tribe had the glow when NCO was like
Right.
a thing. So it was like, yo, instead of trying to rush and race Indie Tribe, let's just take a step back and focus on just leveling up. And because the thing was, Indie Tribe, they can break up and still be them individually.
Right.
Dill is going to be Dill, Indie Tribe or not. John Keefe is going to be John Keefe, so on and so forth. Michael is going to be Michael, regardless.
Right.
But it's like, QFLO, you cool, but I still got more growing to do. City, you still got more growing to do. Show still got more growing to do. So, trying to push NCO like, yeah, the big dogs is here is like, not really. We still got some establishing to do. So, I think that's where our focus is right now. That's where it's going to be at. We're kind of going to take a collective approach more so than a super group. And, when it's going to be NCO, when it's us all, if you got me and City and the new guy, or me and Show and City, like the original three, or me, the new guy, and whoever, or whatever. You just jumble it however you want. It's going to be NCO. But if it's just like QFLO, then it's QFLO. If it's just City, then it's just City, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
I think that's where we're going to move on from there. But we are still strong. We still here. We still outside. And like I said, like, just be on the lookout. Pull up to Critique Fridays. We going to do it again.
Okay.
We're going to make it another movie, man. I promise you. It's going to be another movie.
And you mentioned a new guy. Who'd you say it was again?
I ain't say.
It's LNF.
Yeah, right. I'll give a hint though, man.
All right.
It's that he's all right, I'm trying to think, how can I hint it? The hint is this. It's closer than you think. Like who this artist is, it's like, makes sense. All right. Just think about that. It's honestly, it's so obvious that you might not know.
I think I know.
We'll discuss it off the.
Yeah, he said,
"It's close." Like when if you guess who it is, if you think, you're gonna be like, "Oh, that makes sense." Like, that's all I'm gonna say.
All right. So if you're watching this video, comment below and tell us who you think it is. You know what I mean?
I'll say this before I get anybody hopes up. It's not Bats. All right, it's not Bats.
That was my guess.
Yeah, no,
they're already in the comments. He Indie Tribe, man.
Somebody said it. I was gonna say it's not Bats, man. Bats too big. He too big for the NCO. Nah, but that's my bro, man. Nah, it's not Bats though. I'm gonna just save y'all the trouble now, because it makes sense because he is a young gunner.
It makes sense though. It makes sense. He would be a good fit. Yep.
He would, but it's not Bats.
Yeah.
Shout out to him though, man.
For real. Yo, so being from an MC from Philly, who inspired you early on?
Do you want the mainstream or the Christian?
I want to know who inspired your pen. I don't care who it is.
Okay, so I'll say this. All right, Jafia Life and Eshawn Burgundy. Those are my Mount Rushmores.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've told them that multiple times. They know they are in my Mount Rushmores. Who else? As far as Philly, I'm naming all Philly guys.
Yeah.
We can go straight to the battle rappers. Reed Dollars, Joey Jihad, Meek, Cheek Raw, Magic, Monster, Eddie Morris. The all them two Raw for the street guys. The list can go on. Not Cassidy. I'm sorry.
He said not Cassidy.
It's not Cassidy. No. See, here's the thing. Battle rap Cassidy, because everybody know, like, I sound like I battle rap. So obviously my inspiration would be more from the battle rappers. And Joey Jihad just had that Philly flow. And then it's so hot. Like, that's Joey Jihad. So like Cassidy, like, I wasn't a fan of him battle wise, like music wise. I was a fan, but I was already like everybody know the famous Reed Dollars freestyle, Young Reeve, Southwest representative, Philly. I knew that in middle school. I knew his book bag, war paint, vests and ammo, K over the shoulder, two Berettas, I'm Rambo. I knew that in middle school. I didn't really know a lot of Cassidy stuff until high school, around 2008, 2009. Like, I didn't really know Cassidy until then. But like Reed, I was spitting Reed stuff. I was spitting Joey Jihad and all that in middle school. So, those were more of my you know, on the battle rap side, those were my inspirations. You know, the Philly guys. Of course, Beanie Siegel, Freeway. I was just telling somebody earlier, there's 2 songs that everybody from Philly know out the womb. There's 2 songs. The Fresh Prince theme song and
Right.
What We Do. Those are the 2 songs you know off the bat as a
Right.
Philly person, man. Everybody know West Philadelphia. Boy, everybody from
Right,
Philly
right,
know
right.
that. And everybody, I don't know nobody who don't know Freeway lines and What We Do, man. And like that's it. As far as you know, as far as Philly goes, I wasn't the biggest cross movement guy,
Mhm.
and I'm not the biggest True fan. No slight to them.
Yeah.
Oh, R Swift too, man. That's my OG, man. Shout out
Oh
to him
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Gotta shout out R Swift. I gotta shout out a lot of the local Philly guys too are my inspirations. You got guys like Doc Hero, guys like Drew Smith. You got my OG Atiba Halisi. He used to be Fiend for people who know him back in that day. You got guys like T Coda. Those guys, the heavy bar spitter guys. Doc Hero, like he's like a rock star, you know. So when you want to learn performance, you go learn it from
You
him.
watch him.
T Coda and Atiba, those guys are like the heavy bar spitters. Like, and they watch, you know, we battle rap fans too, so we, you know, we can relate in that sense. And you know, growing up in my artistry, like there was a time where I was ready to give it up, and Atiba
Wow.
actually like pulled me back in. Was like, bro, like, nah, you know, he saw the potential that I didn't see in myself, because I was ready to quit, because it was like, yo, nobody rocking with me. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And you know, he reached out and showed me that love and that mentorship. I tell people all the time, like, he really a mentor to me. He not just my big brother. He really mentored to me.
Right.
And he's put me in buildings with like he had an album release party. Jafia Life came up and shook my hand. I'm sitting here like, but he ain't say it, yo, I'm Jafia. He was just like, my name Jay. And I'm like, oh, all right, nice to meet you, bro. And I ain't see him in a while, so I didn't recognize him. And then he walked over to T and to Logic. Shout out Logic, the beat man. He was like, yo, this Jafia Life. And I'm like, I just shook the man's hand. Like, that's
Right.
crazy. You a legend. You know what I'm saying? I remember one time, and I told Eshawn this too. I was doing a show at Atiba's church, and the show was over, and he was like, yo, I want to thank everybody for coming out. Shout out to Eshawn. And this is like when the Infantry album was coming out. And I'm like, Eshawn, I turn around, Eshawn right there. And I told Eshawn, he was like, yeah, I remember you killed it, bro. And I'm just like, yo, this is crazy. So, and I'm saying like, bro, why you ain't tell me? He was like, I didn't want you to be nervous. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, it was just, and Eshawn, like, I told Eshawn that recently. He was just like, yo, bro, like, it's you still killing it, man. It's nice to see you still going strong. And like, just to hear that from people I consider my Mount Rushmore is so
Right.
encouraging, man. It's so encouraging. And you know, and I remember Jafia, me and him was talking on the phone, not to give away too much, but he was just like, you know, it's nice to know that you from here. It's nice to know that somebody of your talent is from Philly. I'm proud to have you as a comrade.
Right.
And I fell to I literally just fell on my knees, was like, yo, this is my Mount Rushmore artist telling me this, like, this. I don't understand. Like, I don't think people understand. Like, they say don't meet your heroes, but my heroes is telling me I'm fire. Like,
right.
And then the Benny the Butcher thing happened, and I'm just like, what is going on? So
let's go into that. Talk about that Benny the Butcher thing.
So short, it's so short and sweet. I saw the video of him saying, like, when they was asking him about Kanye, and he was like, I got guy reps. I saw he was talking about 1K Feud.
Right.
He's like, yeah, I saw. So I was just chilling. I was playing my PlayStation 5, and something was just like, post your video. My last video, 215 in Philly. It's like, post the video and tag Benny. So I was just like, yo, I heard Benny likes CHH. Well, we got bars too. And I put the phone down. Next thing I know, my phone is lighting up, and I'm like, what's going on? And it was the retweet with the flame emoji. And the whole world stopped for a few seconds. I'm like, yo, Benny the Butcher just said I'm fired. This is crazy. Because he's currently in my top 5.
Right.
because that's who I like now.
He's in a lot of people's top fives.
Yeah. And I'm just like, yo, if Black Thought and Freddie Gibbs give me a flame emojis, like that's it. That's all 5 right there.
You
Eshawn,
done.
Jafia, Freddie, Benny, and Black Thought. If they give me, that's it. I'm gonna retire. Like, I'm good. Like, nah, but still, like, it was just crazy because I'm like, yo, did Benny the Butcher just gave me a flame emoji? Like,
Right. Not only did he watch your video, right? Or
Uh-huh.
he didn't even like just heart it, right? The dude like responded. He actually took the time to respond. You know what I mean?
yeah. And I really did not. I didn't expect a response at all. Like, I was just like, cool. I put the phone down, went back to the game, and I'm just like, yo, this is crazy. Like, it's Benny. Like, that's crazy. Right. So, yeah, man. Like, I don't even know how we got from there from Philly, but like,
yeah,
you see where I'm at. Like, it was a great week.
Nah, that sounds dope, man. We got a question in the comments from Marcos Munoz. He's like, what was the hip hop song on Christian hip hop that made the first made you say this is dope?
What was the first? I'll go with Christian hip hop because obviously, like I said, the first hip hop song, Fresh Prince and What We Do. So, but that's just me being from Philly. The first Christian hip hop song that I said, yo, this is dope. I want to say, so I had Lecrae's first album, Real Talk.
Okay.
I might actually skip that album because I don't remember. It was one of those songs, but I don't remember. But another song that made me want to like stick with it was Invisible off the second album. It was that one. And what's the one? Joyful Noise.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Those
were those. So I'll give it to those two. I'm pretty sure there was one on Real Talk, but I really don't remember the album like that. And but I remember always playing Invisible by Lecrae from After the Music Stops. I remember playing that just because I liked it. I love the beat, and I just thought the message was cool. Like, and that's my type of being from Philly. We love them boom baps and all that. That was my type of beat. So I'm like, man, if I could somehow get my hands on this instrumental one day, that'd be cool.
Right. That's what's up, man. So what do you think what have been some of the challenges for you, like as far as like being from Philly? You know what I mean? Because it seems like most CHH is usually been coming from like the South, right? It's like either Texas or Atlanta, at least from my perspective, right? I mean, I don't know, but it just seems like a lot of it is coming from the South. So were there any challenges you faced just coming out of Philly?
I think the biggest challenge was just like the community out here because I'm from a different class. A lot of people think me, Prodi, Abel, they think like we're all in the same like class, but like I'm from a class that was before I knew Prodi and before I knew Abel. There was a slew of rappers. So like you had your Doc Heroes, your Drew Smiths. You had this group called The Union. You had those guys like that, your Deuce Speeds, your Don Cephas. And then under them, that's where I came in. You had guys like Reem Raw, Raider Raw, his brothers. You got guys like NASA, not Take Flight. Man, I forgot my bro name. Live Right. There we go. You had guys like him. And then after that, like you had guys appear like Abel, Rick Harmony, and Prodi, so on and so forth. There was during that time, during that era I came in, we were putting on like some of the best shows. We was getting all the dope venues and all that, but the community afterwards wasn't good. It was like the Wild Wild West. It was like, yeah, we showing love when we face to face, but like when we all separate, it's just like chatty patty and everybody don't like somebody, don't like this person, a couple people don't like that person, and it was just like everybody started leaving because there was no love in this, man. There was no like nobody was being fruitful in this. Like the fellowship was fake. It was fake fellowship, and like I said, that's what made me want to quit. But then I met Atiba, and through him I met other rappers. I met other artists through him and through guys like Doc Hero, who still like, you know, they keep it they keep that hierarchy to a good standard. They you know, they look out for the young boys like me and the guys under me and all that, and
Right.
they still give you high quality music, high quality performances at the same time. And you know, I salute them for that every time. You know, and now like the community is better. You know, I'm meeting new artists. Prodi, that's my bro. He also my barber. Like, that's my guy. You know,
Right.
Abel will give you the shirt off his back if you need it. You know what I'm saying? Got guys like Untitled, guys like Mike Waz, guys like T Coda, like Charlie K, like they give you they give you that feeling, that community, that love, that brotherhood. Like they that's what I've been looking for. You know, I've
Right.
been looking for that because when I came in this game, it wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? And no slight to the people though, because some of those people I still hold near and dear to me, but it is what it is. Like the community was trash, but it's way better now, man. It's
Mhm.
way better, especially after what I saw at that 16 bar challenge at Esperanza. Way better now, man. For sure. But that was a struggle though, man. That community. Besides that, nothing else. I mean, you know, I feel like as far as the MC side goes
Mhm.
of, I feel like just telling people like, yo, I'm from Philly. Like, I feel like I got a cheat code right there. I don't feel like it's a hindrance, only because I'm confident in what I do. Like
Right.
like God gave me this talent. Like I'm confident in what I can do. So I don't feel like, you know, like I don't feel like I'm trash. Let me just say that. Like I feel like I got a lot of growth to do, but I don't feel like I'm trash. So
Right.
it's just like when I tell people it's like, yeah, I'm from Philly. Now it's like, okay, we know what to expect. He about to bark. So I
Big
never felt
dog.
like as a rapper that was the struggle. It was more so the heart side of
Mhm.
things. Where's
Mhm.
everybody's heart at? And unfortunately, the community was trash. But again, like I said, it's good now. It's
Right.
good
Right.
now.
Right. Yeah. What you think about the LNF as far as like the community? Like, what are things? Because you've done both sides, right? Like you've done podcasting, so you've been kind of in the media, and you're a producer as well. You do music. Like, what do you think that we can do to build better community?
Yo, that was actually my question to QFLO. Like, what are y'all tangibly doing that you can, you know what I mean, that you can mirror and show everybody in the space, you know what I mean? Because I think there's little pockets that do it well, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got like in Florida, I feel like in South Florida they're doing it well.
Hmm.
You got Atlanta pretty much just because everybody's out there.
Right.
Cali, I think is kind of banding together and doing it well. But I mean, it's a good question, bro. That's the one
Nah,
of the
it's a
things
great
that
question.
I want to really address with my album,
Hmm.
this unity thing. But to be honest, I don't have the answer. Like I
Hmm.
really don't have the answer because for me I'm showing love regardless of what you do for me. But
Right.
I don't feel like everybody feels that way. So
Right.
um,
Right.
that's why I have the question to QFlow. Like, what are y'all doing? You know what I mean?
So I know like so let's go like this. The one thing is just like group chats. Group chats help.
Hmm.
After so with the whole 16 bar challenge thing with Esperanza, how that came about was Rapzilla hit me up and asked me to go find Philly guys. They was like, you know, we know you're gonna get Prodi, we know you're gonna get Able, but find the other guys. And excuse me, my first thought was I'm gonna go pull up the guys who can use the looks. Rapzilla is gonna be in the building. You got Loso gonna be in the building.
Right.
OB gonna be in the building. I'm gonna get the guys who can use the looks. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go get the guys from my class though. Well, I grabbed one guy, my guy Legend. Shout out to him. But like, I'm not gonna grab like the guys who get, who just up and left. I'm gonna grab the guys who I seen was grinding, who can benefit from this. So I started a group chat and I called all them guys up. There was even one guy in the contest. Me and him went to high school together, and like we knew each other for a minute. And I was telling him, I'm like, bro, if I knew you were still rapping, you wouldn't even have to do because he did the Rapzilla champ when we issued the challenge to find spot number 9 and spot number 10.
Hmm.
He did the challenge, and I told him, I'm like, bro, if I knew you were still rapping, you could have skipped the line because I'm trying to put my city on. I'm trying to put Philly on. They called me a
Right.
freshman. They asked me to do this. First thing I want to do is pull my guys up. And that's what I wanted to do. And that's what I did. I pulled my guys up. And so that's what I did. And we sat back, we had community, and I told them, like, listen, like this what I want. Like, this what I've been looking for. I want you guys to keep in touch. We're gonna keep in touch, keep each other in prayer, keep each other encouraged. You know what I'm saying? Cause what I'm seeing right now, aside from the one guy who's from Michigan, shout out my guy Breno, aside from aside from that, this is what the community needs to look like. And everybody agreed. So, we got the various group chats. We have a Philly Telegram where we let each other know, like, yo, we got this event coming if y'all can pull up. Yo, we got this album coming up if y'all can support it. Like, so it's starting off small right now, but I see the potential. Like, I feel like it's going to work. I have faith in the God I serve, and I feel like he's pointing me in the right direction as far as building this community up. I tend not to try to be a leader, but for my city, for Philly, I'll do it. And so right now, I think the best thing right now is just to keep in touch. Just keep in touch, keep talking, just check on one another. Everything doesn't have to be a music discussion. Just see how your day going. A couple of them is fathers. How was your Father's Day? Just small things like that.
Really connecting with people.
Yeah, like have a heart to heart, have prayer, do a Bible study session once in a blue. I need that. Like, so, it's things like that, man. It's just the little things like that really, keep the community strong. It doesn't have to be a whole grandiose, we throwing a Philly festival. Like, we don't have to do all that.
Right.
Just check on one another. You know what I mean? That's it. Just see how you're doing. And I think it's working right now. I haven't seen anything where it's like, how can I adjust? I'm sure God will point that out to me eventually. But as of right now, it's working.
Yeah.
And it's just like keeping the communication up, and
that's
just
big.
making sure they at least know about the events. Obviously, you can't make every event, but if we at least let you know, then it's like, I care enough to let you know, hey, we got an event coming up. If you want to pull up, we got an open mic. If you want to pull up, like, we can, if you. That's all anybody wants. Just invite me. Even if I can't make it, let me know that you thought about me.
No, that's facts, bro. That's facts.
So I think that's where we're at with it right now.
Yeah, that's facts. Cause like you mentioned, like a lot of these, dudes are married and they have kids and whatnot. So you thinking the kids, you thinking your mortgage, your job, whatever else, you know what I mean? And you're not tapping in. And the way the algorithm is set up anyway, you're not seeing everything that your homies are posting anyway. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's always good to like, we're in the chat with LNF and a couple of other podcasters, and we always tap in with each other. Like, you drop a link if you're working on something, if there's new music, a new podcast episode or something like that, you drop it in the chat and we retweet it or whatever, you know what I mean? Just kind of try to support each other. Because you can't really just keep track of everything that everybody's doing. I just went to see Hurt. I seen Hurt perform. He was out here by my hood, and because he's from Riverside, that's a couple hours away from where I'm at, and he came up, and I just went to support. You know what I mean? It wasn't even on nothing like like extra. It was just like, I'm gonna be in the crowd. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be nodding my head, and and I'm gonna stream that joint. I'm gonna record that joint so people can see it.
Right.
And anytime someone come to the city, I try to make it out. And the thing about me is I hate leaving the house, man. I told y'all today I didn't leave the house at all. I had the AC. I got Uber Eats. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to leave the house, but so when I come out and try to support someone, you know what I mean? It's always a good feeling afterwards. You know what I mean? Like, I struggle with that a lot. It's like, I don't want to go, and then I get there, I'm like, yo, it was lit.
Yeah.
You was out in Venice? I thought I saw a video.
No, he did two shows. So he did one on Friday, and then he did one on Saturday. I didn't go to the Saturday one. That one was more of an outreach, I think.
Okay.
It was out there ministering. Well, at least from the videos that I've seen, they were like out there ministering and praying with people.
Word.
The one on Friday was stacked though. There was a lot of artists there. I only stayed for her and what's his name? Mike. Servant Mike.
think I heard the name. I think
Yeah,
so.
yeah. You know, Jesus Christ. Jesus
Mike
Christ.
Servant.
Oh,
Yeah,
Mike
Mike Servant.
Servant.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, my
okay,
bad. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. He was there. He was there. My bad.
Word.
Yeah, he was there. Who else was there? I think Antoine from KMF was there.
Mm.
Antoine Hill. Yeah. And
Okay.
there was a few other people. There was mad people there. So it was cool. It was a cool event, man. I hadn't been to an event like that in a while.
Word. Y'all got out now, so y'all. So are y'all fully open in Cali? Y'all fully open? No
Yeah, right
mandates.
now.
Y'all
Nah, right
chilling?
now. Yeah, right now we good,
Okay.
man. That's
Okay.
that's temporary though. You know, you never
Sounds
know.
like I need to take a flight back.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we open, man. There's no. It's crazy because, like, you know, a couple months ago, when I would go to this particular restaurant, it's like I couldn't come inside the door if I wasn't wearing a mask or if I didn't have a Vax ID, and now like that ain't even an issue.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like what happened,
Word.
but
Jeez.
everything's open, man. Everything is lovely.
Uh-oh. Don't spread the COVID. Don't be spreading that.
Oh, your man over here sneezing. So yeah. So what else? What else is are you working on next with music, Q?
So I got a
Dropped a single, no?
yeah, I dropped a single.
Mhm.
You know the drill, YKTD
Mhm.
with Abel and Scribe. That song's going bananas. Right now, I got some fire songs that I'm featured on. I hope those guys drop them as singles. Well, I know 2 of them are dropping as singles, but like
Mhm.
I hope that third one drop as a single too. You'll see it when they I don't want to spoil it. You'll see it when they drop them. Besides that, I got a lot of the Rapzilla freshman stuff I'm working on.
Mhm.
We got the Cypher coming up. Well,
Okay.
you know, we got the Cypher we're working on. We got the album that we're working on. Somehow I got paired with Prodi and Bats. I don't know how the randomizer did that, but
Right.
you know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like, so we got that in the works. I got this real dope party type of Cali vibe track that I'm really dying to get out there, but I gotta get the hook finished. That's really like where I'm stuck on is just getting the hook done. What else? I don't have any. Well, I just did my last show in AC. I think I'm done with shows for now. Yeah, I'm done with concerts unless I throw another virtual concert, see if I can get like my dad and them to pull back up. But yeah, that's about it though.
Nice. So when can we expect like that cipher? Is that like in
It's gonna be
the
a
near
while.
future? It's gonna be a while. Okay.
It's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while. Nobody dropping any verses yet. Everybody with
Yeah.
I see. I'm in a cipher with all the bar guys. Who, just look
Yeah.
at the freshman list and look at all the bar guys. Obviously, Prodi, Bats, Alcott, like C4. Like we're all on there. Nobody wants to drop their verse first. You know how us go. You know how we do it. Like
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Oh well, hold on. I want to hear what he said first. What bars did he say
Right.
first? Like that's all it is. Everybody being stubborn, but eventually we'll get it done.
Right.
Yeah, and then we're supposed to fly out to Tampa. I can't say where. Just take a guess to shoot the videos and stuff. So,
Right.
but again, that's all like in the future. I have no definitive answer on when.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yo, speaking of C4, I heard you on that 48 hours. How did that relationship develop?
Yo, so after me and Sayla, me and C4, we met through. If you ever see my videos and it say J Naz Studios,
Yeah.
My guy Mills, we met through him. He always shooting a cipher and he shoots all my videos. He my fake manager. He one of my many fake managers. All right. So we met through him, and then Sayla did that. He did that post on Twitter where he was like, "Yo, I don't care about no splits. I don't want no money."
I remember that.
And yeah, he tagged all of us, and so me and him built a relationship off of that. So the producer Shamir, they hit him, and they was like, I guess he asked who they want, and they brought up me. And Shamir liked what I rapped, like he liked the way I rapped, and they sent me the song. It took me a minute because it's like, yo, how do I follow this? Because I'm thinking I'm going last. Because the way they sent me, it was like They sent me Selah verse first. They sent me C4 second. And, you know, C4 told you it took me like 2 weeks. Yes, it did. Because I'm like, yo, how do I follow this? I'm like, I got to go after this. And it was just like, you know what, Q? Just do what you do. And whatever happens, happens. Like, can't win them all. It's not a competition anyway. But, like, yo, how do I follow this? That was my main thing. But, yeah, that's how it came along. And I'm glad you brought that up because I just remembered I'm supposed to be now this is the exclusives for y'all.
All right, let's go.
I'm working on 2 projects. I don't know. I don't want to call them. I don't want to call one of them an album. I'll call it a project. The other one I'm calling it an album because of who wants to produce it. So the first one, Shamir, he wants to do a whole project for me similar to 48 Hours.
Yeah.
He's trying to get we locked in Jafia, which I'm hyped for.
Wow.
And we're trying to lock in 2 more features. I don't know who, but we're trying to lock those in. The album is T-Walla.
Wow.
Okay.
T-Walla. Me and him been building a relationship after we did the North with me, Prodi, and Abel.
Right.
And he pulled, and then
he was a judge too, right?
Huh?
On
No.
the
I'm
16?
talking. Oh no, not the 16. I'm talking about the music video.
Yeah.
That we did over his beat.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was his beat until Mills told me. And we shot the video, and he was just like, "Yo, I like how serious you took it," because everybody was playing as we do. I mean, it's a fun time. It's family over, so everybody's playing. But like when it was go time, I was in go mode. Like I wasn't playing because it's like, yo, we don't have this dope venue for too long, so let's try to knock this out. And then recently, about 2 weeks ago, I want to say, he saw me perform for the first time at an open mic. He never seen me. I don't think he's seen me perform music. He's seen me rap a cappella, but he hasn't seen me perform music.
Yeah.
So he pulled me outside and was like, I don't know what that was, but I loved it. And I want to do a whole album for you. He's like, I want to produce the entire album for you. So we're going to link up. I'm going to send you my SoundCloud so you can get your single. And then we're going to work on it after that. And the beat I got from him, I got to hurry up and write to it because it's another summertime type of vibe.
Okay.
But it's a QFLO type of beat. But, you know, I'm just honored that somebody like him, like, sees whatever potential he sees to want to do a whole project with me. That's love, man. Shamir, off the rap, like, he rocked with me. Me and him been building, and he's like, yo, like, I want to do a whole project with you too, because it's gonna be. He's like, it ain't gonna be easy for people to get a Shamir beat after this.
Right.
So that was dope. But like T-Walla, like, this is another legend.
Right.
And
Facts.
you know, it's just like, yo, this is crazy. And like, we even sat down and he told me some Philly history that I didn't even know about. You know, he's connecting some of the dots. Was like, well, you know, Doc Hero and this person and that person, and the people he named is the people I grew up seeing. So I'm like, man, that's crazy. Like, I didn't know that. So, you know, shout out to him, man. Like, but yeah, that's it. I just remembered that though. Like, I do have a project. I'm gonna call it a mixtape and an album on the way.
Okay. You got a timeline? Oh yeah, you said for sure the T-Walla joint's gonna be the summer joint, right?
Well, the single.
The single,
the single's gonna be the summertime joint.
All right. So you got like 30 days.
Low key, yeah, low key. I just had a lot of features to knock out first, and now, you know, what I'm actively working on is the 2 summertime joints and Rapzilla stuff, and that's it. So as far as the projects go, I don't have a timetable. Shamir's wrapping stuff up with like JR and Ransom, so I gotta wait for that, which is fine. I respect that.
Right,
and
of course.
Then, me and T-Walla just started, so it's gonna be a while.
Yo, you gonna have a crazy 2023.
I hope so. I'm praying for it.
Yo,
Waiting on that Dear Summer track. Yeah, you had a track that was like no. We put on Critique Fridays. I think it was like no kick on it. It was just bars all the way through.
Oh, you
real
talking
emotional.
about when AI was there?
Probably that day. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So with that song, I kind of want to. I'm gonna keep it I'm gonna rework the beat around because I remember they were saying like you should have a sample, that singing sample in the middle. So I'm gonna rework that, and I'm gonna re-record it because I was just experimenting with that. I was trying to experiment how I would do over like them West Side Gun drumless beats.
Mm-hmm.
So I liked it though. Actually, when OB was in Philly, me and him actually got to hang out before he left. And he was telling me, he was like, bro, like if you just like stick to that. And I showed him the little summertime joint that I'm working with. And he was like, get on more of those type of beats and stick to that. And like you're gonna unlock a new bag. Like you're gonna unlock a new lane. So I know exactly which one you're talking about. And
special.
Thank you, man. I'm gonna re-record it because I feel like I could deliver it better.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna see if I can get like Prodi or one of my producer homies to like rework the beat to put that sample in the middle, and then we'll just have it end out some other way.
Mm-hmm.
I had a special idea. I have to go through my old computer though. So like recently my grandmother had passed like earlier this year. But I remember I had an interview with her that I did for school. And she was just dropping gems on like civil rights movement. No, this is my great grandmother. So like she's dropping like just gems after gems after gems. And it's like, if I could find that interview, I'm putting her voice. I'm putting some of those into these songs. So if I could find her voice for that song, it'll be, I'm telling you.
Okay. Wow.
Waiting for that one.
Waiting for that one.
Yeah.
Dope.
That's what's up.
For sure, man. And then the one thing too, like the one thing I wanted to, so on the thing y'all had mentioned on the itinerary, y'all had mentioned me and my dad. And like I just wanted to touch on that just because I just remembered because you know Father's Day and I seen him. Like I really like I just want people to hear when I say like music really got me and him close, and like I really appreciate like just like him stepping up, because like the virtual concert I did that because it was just like, yo, I have a need to perform and I want a band, and my dad hit me up like that, was like, yo, I got you on the drum, and people were hitting me up for like drums. Everybody's like, yo, you need a drummer? You need a drummer? I'm like, y'all not replacing my dad. Stop asking me to drum. Like, I'm sorry. This is a once in a lifetime chance. And he showed up, like we only had one rehearsal. He showed up on time, the full kit. He showed up to the show and we rocked it. And I'm just like, yo, I just did a show with my dad. Like, and
that's why,
you know, it was just very special, man. Like, you know, because it's like, man, like me and him, I don't want to say we were on the worst terms, but it was just like we weren't really communicating like that,
right?
And things like that. And it's like, I'm the third, so like I have your name, so like we have to get this right. So you know, it was just a blessing. It was a blessing. That's why I was telling y'all like, nah, this is fire, because like nobody's ever asked me that. And you know, that was just very special, just being able to share a stage with my dad, and like just the like, you know, that energy that
right,
because he's, you know, I grew up watching him drum my whole life, so like just to be able to share that energy with him was dope, man. It was so dope. And like I told him, like, you know, when it's time for the next one, I'm gonna call you. Like when I need a band, I'm gonna call you. Like so far the shows I've been doing, I couldn't get no band, or like it wasn't really necessary, so I ain't get one yet. But like he knows, I'm gonna call you. Like I'm gonna call you. That's my pops, man. I love you, man.
That's
dope.
That's
Dope.
Yeah, man.
Facts.
Yo, that's dope, because I love it when my kids ask me if I want to go see the new Marvel movie with them. You know what I mean? They grown already.
Word.
So like when they tell me like, yo, you want to go with us to the movies? So I could just imagine how your pops feels when you're like, yo, you want to play the drums for me?
Yeah, like,
He's
Pop, I
probably
need a
geeky.
drummer.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm-hmm. That's so dope, man.
And he showed up. Like that's the crazy part. Like he showed up. Like I have trust issues with my folks, and he showed up. Like, nah, I'm joking. But like, nah, it was just good that he showed up, man. Like that was I think that was the part that meant the most, was like he showed up. Like he could have showed up and just been a spectator. He showed up and he rocked out with me. And you know, I don't know how many people get the chance to say like, yo, me and my dad just killed it. Like, on, you know, on the music tip. So
right. Yeah,
that's dope. That's dope. All right. Well, with that being said, you got anything else, Jimmy?
No, I'm good. LNF.
No, no.
All right, cool. QFLO, where can people find you? Where can they find your music? All that stuff. Let them know.
For sure, man. First off, shout out That's Not Christian podcast. I appreciate you guys having me up here, man. I really do. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter. I reply faster on Twitter. So just, if you're trying to talk to me on Twitter. 9 times out of 10. Not being bougie, but it's like my DMs is flooded with like, music stuff. So, but anyway, you can follow me there, QFLO, no W, QFLO, QFLO _ music 215. That's for Twitter and SoundCloud. Instagram. You can find my Facebook, QFLO Music, and then you can find me wherever you listen to your music at QFLO, Q-FLO. And that's it.
Dope. There you go. There you have it. Before we end this episode, the show is sponsored by the Bible, and today's
Not the Bible app, the Bible.
Okay.
the Bible.
Okay.
Today's verse is Philippians chapter 2, verse 14 and 15. Do all things without grumbling or disputing, that you may be blameless and innocent, children of God without blemish in the midst of a crooked and twisted generation, among whom you shine as lights in the world.
Let's go.
Word. So thanks everybody, and Jimmy, take it away.
You want me to land the plane? You usually land the plane. Yo,
good
LNF,
at
thank
this,
you
bro.
for joining us, man,
Word.
and co-hosting. I really
course.
appreciate it, man. Go ahead and let people know what you're working on. You got some new music, and you coming back next week,
I'll be
right?
back
But-
next week. Yeah.
But
yeah,
let
yeah.
everybody know where they can find you and tell them about your new music and everything else, bro.
Yeah, it's at DJ Lost and Found. DJ Lost, the letter N, Found on all social media platforms, or how I prefer on the website djlostandfound.com. You get the first notifications about new music, the merch that I just dropped. You got a links to that. So that's the first place to actually drop information. djlostandfound.com, and of course, what these guys talking about is Caesar 2, my album that's going to be coming out September 2nd. With 50 artists on it. Yeah, you heard that right. It's 50 artists on it.
5-0.
5-0.
I
Christian
think I know
artists.
one of them.
We got to talk, QFLO. We got to talk. I'll let you down. Yo, I got someone to blame. No, I'm stop. Let me stop. No, it's 50 artists on this. All Christian artists, but it's also a mix between CHH and also mainstream. So,
Okay.
we're really trying to bridge between the two. Open people's eyes and make sure that there's unity. So I really want this unification, hopefully to happen within CHH and just basically within the body. And so just trying to start or continue the conversation really.
Dope.
That's what's up.
That's how it starts, man.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. Well, thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure to get your merch, your That's Not Christian merch at that'snotchristian.com. Hit the thumbs up button. If you're watching this, make sure you leave a comment. You know what I mean? And thanks for tuning in.
See you next week, and we have Lost and Found back as a guest this time.
As a
Right.
guest. Let's
Hey.
go.
Let's go. All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.